Hey friends, hey family, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Crystal Blue. I do Christian content. I also do what's called the Word of the Day. I also have videos and shorts of me and my family having fun together. I have inspirational shorts and quotes, and I also have running fitness shorts. So if you like what you see in here, don't forget to like and subscribe, but most of all, don't forget to share. For those of you returning, happy Monday. Hope everyone's doing well. Those who were affected by the storm, I hope you fared well during the storm. Here in Alabama, it's just rainy all weekend and it's super, super cold today. It says it's 30 degrees, but it feels like 16. And I didn't think it'd get that cold in Alabama, but apparently it can. So everybody's just super bundled up. So I hope you guys, wherever you guys are staying nice and warm. It's supposed to be cold all week. So wherever you are, whether you're in the snow or whether it's just freezing cold, please, please, please stay warm. So today we're going to be reading from the book of Ecclesiastes. And I really love the book of Ecclesiastes. It's not one of my favorite books, but I do love it because I honestly think it's kind of humorous in a way. When King Solomon was writing this, I feel like he just might have been in some kind of mood. And I've read the book of Ecclesiastes probably like twice. And what I love about it is just he's just straightforward about everything. Like he leaves no stone unturned. He doesn't hold back any punches. He's just like, it is what it is. I feel like if King Solomon lived in today's times, he would be one of those people that would be like, dude, it is what it is. Keep it moving. I feel like that would be like his attitude. Because if you read through the book and you read what he says, there's a time for this, there's a time for that. Everything's meaningless, everything's pointless. There's no point to doing that. And when he concludes the book of Ecclesiastes, which is chapter 12, verse 13, right before he's done, he says, now all has been heard. Here's the conclusion of the matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the duty of all mankind. Now, he could have just said that instead of writing this whole book about everything is meaningless and everything has a time and a purpose. But we needed him to write those things so that we would know that everything does happen for a reason. But in this next to last verse, it says, now all has been heard. Here's the conclusion of the matter. So he's like, I've spoken my piece. This is what you need to do. Fear God and keep his commandments. This is the duty of all mankind. That's basically what he's saying. He said, that's all you have to do. Revere the Lord, follow his commands. That's what you should do. Because throughout the book of Ecclesiastes, he talks about how people work and they toil and they do all these things. He said, it's meaningless. It's pointless. There's no point to it. At the end of the day, all you got to do is just follow God and his commandments and honor him and revere him after saying all this stuff. And I think if we could just simply break it down to that simple verse that he says, fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the duty of all mankind. If we could just simply remember to do that, maybe things wouldn't be as hectic. I feel like people get confused as Christians. Well, what am I supposed to do? What should I not do? Should I do this? Should I do this? Should I do that? And it's really basic. Yes, the Bible is a big, thick book and it's got a lot in there. But when it comes down to it, all God is asking us to do is to fear him, aka revere him, honor him, and obey his laws and commands. That's all he's asking us to do. But there's bunch of stuff in between, of course, about how he got here and what he did when he was here. And then, of course, Paul talks about, in the Gospels and further on throughout the New Testament about certain things and how certain things came to be and what you need to do. And he talks about what he went through and how God changed him. So there's just stuff all throughout the Bible, and of course in the very beginning in the Old Testament where it talks about how the beginning of the world was created. There's all the stuff in between from beginning to end. But King Solomon put it plain and simple: fear God and keep his commands, because that's what you're supposed to do. And if that was just the only page in the Bible, and that was the only verse in the Bible, it probably wouldn't go that far, because some people would be like, well, what are the commandments? And then what is this? So that's why there's all this other stuff in between. But when you break it all down to its simplest term, King Solomon just said, XYZ, do this, that's it. And that's really what we need to do. If we just kind of block out all the other stuff, of course, the other stuff there is very important. You need to know the basis and the history and read your Bible and find out everything about it. But once you've read the Bible about 2 or 3 times, like I have, you pretty much figure out that the main idea of it all is to fear God, keep his commands, and treat people the way you want to be treated. Plain and simple. Of course, you're going to fall. You're going to make mistakes. That's why we have God's grace and mercy. Thank God for that. But you're not going to be perfect. The point of being a Christian is not to be perfect. That's not a thing. Because if we were perfect, we would not be here. Perfection is not a thing. We just have to do our best and try our hardest every day. And that's all he asks of us. And if we can just remember that, then I think we'll be all right. So, like King Solomon said in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13, now that all has been heard, here's the conclusion of the matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the duty of all mankind. I love you guys. I hope this blessed you and encouraged you. And Lord willing, I will see you guys tomorrow. Remember, stay warm. Bye-bye.